Damn it, I forgot my pot. I got everything ready, and I realized that I was going to do something. Because it's naughty nighttime, and I got all my shit, and I forgot my hat. Come on, night. Oh, I'm not even ready at all, in kind of way. Shit, right? I got excited about this, because I found this and this. And I realized what I'm going to do. So I've got a Speediff Genesis 3. Over here, it can be controlled by the FCB 1010, but I really don't care about that. I just mainly want to be able to control the wall pedal and stuff like that, and then the computer record that to triggers. So if it triggers live, it doesn't. I really don't care. I just need something to play off of, and while I'm playing, I can be rocking that rocker. I can even drop that later, but it's better to be in tune, in sync. So as long as I'm moving my foot, like wow, and imagine like and so as long as when I go to the high notes, it's gonna go when I want it to drop down. I don't really care if it actually does it, as long as while I'm playing along, it matches up. So this is another guitar one that I have. That's a guitar one. This is another guitar one. I realized I'd love for the bass to be Speediff. So I was wanting to get one of these. That's the Behringer version with the rack mounts. The only one that's got the Speediff. If I can find one at the right price, fine. But if I can't, I really don't use the Speediff out. So I could still dry track the way I do. Just get another. And I can set this all up over there on another plug. So I have a bass station over there. So that way I get into a different atmosphere. I can still control it with the stand and the whatever from over there, so just hit and play, but I'm over in the bass area, so I can like actually think more like a bass player instead of trying to produce and shit. If I gotta stop and re-record and patch it together, that's fine. But I can even change basses, you know what I mean, so that I can truly give it some different sounds. If the chorus like boom, 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 you know, I'm gonna switch over for that part. Just switch over to that. Get a direct box, another direct box that's like gonna be like $17, and then have it go to one either this one or something. It doesn't have to. It just has to produce a sound that I can hear and monitor. But they have the bass version of this. So the bass version is like, I'm not tracking or listening to the one that goes into the guitar one, which has this direct line Speediff going in here. I'm listening to this one over there through the room or through the headphones. I don't give a fuck what that was recording. It's just recording a dry track. And I can listen to the actual bass of what I'm kind of hearing and thinking it should play like and sound like. It's not recording that at all. It's just for audio so I can hear something. So then when I play back, I can just adjust what kind of amp was I using for that, because I'll get like a sound, like a quick, easy, because it's got presets. Just dial up a sound that's kind of like, vintage, rock, whatever. Adjust the EQ a bit, but it's just to get in the ballpark. So I'm mentally in the zone. And then okay, that was the rock, that's the Ampeg, whatever it was, Yeah, the Ampeg refrigerator, the one with the big 810s. Okay, so maybe I'll change it. I'll have that as the primary sound. When I do a split, I'll do like a 410 and, oh no, shit, I'll do like an 18 in the center. And I can do like an 810 over here and just cut all the bass out of it. And all the bass will be handled by the 18. Yeah. That's what I do on stage. And then like left and right have two different, like a Trace Elliott over here and an Eden. Yeah. All this virtual shit you can do after you've already thought of what's going to sound. And then to kind of give it that fucking balance with the center when it comes back together, I can run all three, but to make sure that this one will stick out as far as like the high end, I make sure I use like the rock. The same things with the 15, the bass is the 15 like the low end, and then the high end goes to the same amp through a different set of speakers, designed to handle the treble, more like a guitar speakers. Yeah. And go back together behind the bass, behind the vocals. So it kind of does this, around the guitars and, whatever. The main focus of whatever is in the center, but it has like that deep foundation. Yeah. But when you're listening to a stereo within the mix, it doesn't sound like it does that. But it feels like it. Like I was listening to some Led Zeppelin in the car. This was long, long ago. And and then I remember me and Opie were listening to like the classic channel. And I just listened to how fucking far apart The guitars are one guitar. It's just like wide open. I'm like, well, of course, it's like an open book of sound, and then the vocals just come driving up the center, and the drums come driving up the center, and the bass is like, it's all prominent, but the guitar's like huge. I can't get that sound. I don't know how to get that sound, and so I've been trying to get that sound and to mimic it like on stage, and that was no way because they got way much, way better shit. I had one Gibson in my life, but yeah. The No, that's about they're rebooting, not rebooting, they're continuing Sherlock. And that's fine. But now they have the experience with like modern times, and they tried it as a period piece back in Victorian times. Now start setting it in different time frames. There was an Iraq war in the 90s, wasn't there? So you don't have to worry about all the high-tech stuff now. But it's also not so far back at those little old puzzles from the fucking... You can bring some of those puzzles, how would you solve some of this? But like the 90s was known for having a lot of serial killers. What if those are all behind like Moriarty is kind of getting the sane asylum and he's like letting them out? And or under the underground, he's running that kind of shit. And this time, it's played out a little bit more slowly. Euros and all that other shit is kind of introduced a little bit. You already kind of know the story, but now there's the mysteries. Because you already know Sherlock Holmes is kind of, you kind of know. Now just you like the characters. Now imagine Moriarty from this one. Adam Scott stays the same because everybody really likes that Moriarty. And that's the tie between the two. And then Watson and Sherlock become different people. Maybe even America. Maybe in fucking, maybe in Britain. And same start. Dregs of society, blah, blah, blah. And so he's already beaten the future shit, and he has to go back to whatever. And now it's like it actually comes back to modern times. You know what I mean? Like the guy, and it kind of looks like a younger Benedict Cumberbatch. He's already seeing what Moriarty's going to do in the future, and it's like, yeah, okay, that's why. And then they start like in the middle of the fucking, there's like the opening thing in his eyes, and they kind of do like the deep fucking, like you're. So you already know, that all the shit that you've seen so far, the 5 seasons you saw, were out of order of what the actual reality is. But he's already played it out as someone else, and even Dick Cumberbatch could be, and it's tied together. He's not Moriarty, but he's Mycroft. Still watching me live your life, are you, brother? Pretending that I'm you, you're me. And there's, what about Redbeard? First person he sees when he comes to, and it's because he's having an overdose, and you can see like the Narcan, like he throws him some Narcan. It's like, you should keep this around if you're gonna. What if I hadn't stopped by? Why don't you just let me go? Yeah, where's the fun in that? So he kind of gets to play a little bit different. Maybe even Mycroft is a little bit on the bad side and kind of needs him as a kind of a patsy. Didn't see that coming. Moriarty and Mycroft's original revenge in action, retroactively taxing you. Moriarty, I owe you, because Euros wasn't the only one not allowed to play. He was the first one that she woke up, and she didn't want to play. He didn't want to play with her. He wanted to play with Sherlock, and so he woke Sherlock up, and she was trying at the same time. So he kind of balanced out. He didn't want to play with either one of them really, because Redbeard's the only one who wanted to play just like pirates. They wanted to see he was the smartest person, which of us was the smartest. We already know he's not. He didn't even catch it. He's not catching on. You like playing with him. Pirates. We could be doing so much more. You come with me. No. You and me could be doing so much more. Okay, I'm gonna have that bitch locked up and committed. I'll set that fire on the house on fire. What's she gonna do? She's done enough weird shit. I'll just believe it. And goes into a job in Parliament. Kind of giving it away, aren't I? That's why, like, no. This is much better, man. It's much deeper. Shows that Moriarty is the same. He's gotten older than you remember with Benedict Cumberbatch, but it's the same fucking guy, which is the kid from The Drowning. Yeah? Started beating you in the future, as well as figured out how to use the future, figured out how to do the past. The game is on. I've already seen how it ends, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm just high. Maybe I should clean up. I'll stumble a little bit on the way. I need to clean up a little bit. I'm a bit of a mess. After that little adventure right there, it made me realize I'm a bit of a mess. Oh no. Let me guess, your name's John? How many people in London are named John? Just averages. You'll never guess much. Sherlock Holmes. Nice. We're gonna get along just fine. You know what I mean? So the place that's at is like on the, it's one really hard to get to internet site, And it shows that Watson is not equal, but he's like, I've heard of you. I know who you are. Enough, anyways. I still don't believe it. And then he breaks him down. Yeah, you're him. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're him. And that's not bullshit. There's a science to it, isn't there? Yeah. That was fucking amazing. Yeah, I know. 221 B Baker Street. Yeah, he does that. He's just gone. He doesn't even wait to say, like, yeah, okay, because he's got other shit to do. Yeah. It is hard to get a flatmate for also. You think you're difficult. And then, like, 221. Could be in the same place. She'd come back. If she's still into it. Hello, Sherlock. That was crazy, like I said. I'm pretty sure that the woman was in the last episode of the Abominable Bride one. Because they made sure to get her face right there. It's like, enjoy your trip. Because one, it's a very short trip. He just took off. Was already high when he left. Well, how'd he get it? And then she shows up, but without the makeup does anyone out there even recognize her? You saw her almost naked, right? Just sit there, sitting like that. Without any makeup, do you recognize her at all? With her hair pulled up and just in a flight attendant suit, does anyone even recognize it's her? That's how he survived. Because she kept an eye on him, making sure he survived. And maybe even gave him a bit of an antidote when they left, when they landed. Enough to bring him around. She knows her cocktails, right? Because she said she's used on a lot of her friends. Maybe he'd never done that one before, and he was actually able to replay a lot of shit, and she was able to help out. Maybe that's how he did it all. She helped him out. I bet a good flight. I did what I could. That's the best I can do. You're on your own after that, man. I think that comes much more engrossing. And it still ties to the other one, and ties to the one that, because that'd be too hard to do, a period piece. After seeing, like, the modern stuff. Like, alright, well, if we did in the 90s, it's not quite that advanced. It's not quite that old either. Like, breaking glass, we gotta know that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Look over there. I was falling for that. In the 90s. Especially if you get, like, writers who are around then, that would be like, yeah, but we wouldn't have cell phones. Yeah, shit, yeah. They wouldn't say that because, yeah, you're right. That's a more modern. Yeah, that'd be a more modern thing. There was no social networks. We wouldn't have said that at all, unless it's like some kind of society in a network. tight. I don't know. You know what I mean? But the technology doesn't exist for that yet. Unless they're military. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit. Unless they're military. The military is developing. So that means they have to go very high. Like Mycroft level high. Oh, brother. You know what I mean? But do you have any rogue agents? He's starting to catch on a little bit. Yes, we have a couple. Why? I might have found Redbeard. Of course, then you can go click, because that actually would be a real thing. I might have found Redbeard. Click. Now. Jerry Seinfeld, Jesus, you know. He was talking about just the cordless. You can't slam it, you know. Don't you ever call here again. Bang! It was that little clang sound. You guys don't know shit. Because it had like a bell inside when it ring. Bling. I still have my phone do that. I just now recently started getting it to not. But if they had like a regular brrr, I still have it on there. 90s Gen X, baby. We have no problem with Chadwick Boseman. Gen X. No problem with X-Men. With the female being the most powerful mutant out there. Yeah, she's like the only like level 3 besides Magneto. And she's even more powerful than Magneto and so powerful she couldn't even control herself. So high you don't even know it. It's the best. I bought it from a Negro. Color, you mother... Sands down his shoes. Come on, man. Come on. Come on with your come on. So yeah, no. Get to know me. Talk to me. Let me help you out a little bit. Use AI. Get to know yourself. One thing Britain always has done, UK has always done, is to get out before I could see a second season to Wilfred, but no more than that. And then to decide whether or not, like during the break, whether or not he actually was or wasn't. Because the ending is fucking great. And if you just want to leave it there, that's fine. But Americans just cannot let that be. And there's money to be made, so we want a second season. So they probably came up with it. It's probably how, you know, that's how it goes. It's one season. Well, we'll pay you for a second season. We'll get you some writers and stuff. And then, all right. Taika Waititi, guys, start with Fly the Conchords. Now he's directing Marvel. You know? Thor. Love and Thunder, I believe. And then Our Flag Means Death. Pretty damn good, especially since you got fucking Rice Darby. Shit, man. He's gay for Blackbeard? Come on, man. That's a great fucking... Blackbeard's actually gay. It's pretty funny concept. Arr, we've been out to sea too long. But, it'd been funny if they turned out to be just Rise's captain. Like, yeah. It's just shipwrecked. Yeah? Like it finally... Right. What were you dreaming about? Nothing? Nothing? Why are you sitting around? Nothing. There's not a bearded gentleman right here. I mean, one eye? No. One leg? No. Two leg? No. Three leg? No. There are too many Pete's on this boat. Entirely too many Pete's. There's entirely too many Johns. Entirely too many. It's just a bit ridiculous now. And there's a boat on the thing. Right. There's a boat. We need to signal them. And then we take their boat. Yeah, sure. And it actually has Blackbeard. And they just end up like scrubbing the deck and fantasizing about actually being in command. And then you get out. Well, the getting's good. He's like singing a song like, shut up! Okay. Because he's been free to sing other songs as long as they're stuck on the island. Or like I knew he was captaining the ship, that he was being a complete failure. He was free to sing. And when Blackbeard was gay for him, they both were singing. Reality. I don't know what you're trying to leave what for. Why you thought this would be the pirating life was the way to go, but fucking swab the poop deck, would you? Yuck. Yuck. Starboard bow. Why did you just say left and right? Because the left and right changes out here, you motherfucker. Huh? No, right's over here. And then we turn the boat over here. Right's over here. Oh. Which way? Starboard, you fuck. And whatever the other one is, I don't know. That's the only one you gotta worry about, right? Starboard. Starboard button, don't step on the poop deck unless you got a mop or a bucket. Things are cracking and popping. I want to put some more music and stuff. I could put on some more dumb stuff. It's all mine anyway, so I just want to just jam. I don't really want to. Okay, where's guitar rig? Oh, I don't have guitar rig open. Yeah, I do. Oh, there you are. Oh, that's right. Put up there because it's not so important. I've got like hot rod kits, I've got mallet kits, I've got some really cool kits. I've already made presets, but I haven't like treated them like someone was talking about. Let me get rid of brushes out there. I'll show you. And further down from the main ones down here, like these are all mine too. Like For Only the Lonely. This is C for Owns kit, but I haven't treated it. There's a 4-tone, it might be 5. Let me see. Okay, so that's a snare from She Was an American Girl sample. That might be the same kit, I really don't know. But it's just one of the kits I can use. Yeah, I haven't even done a transient design on the snare. Turn that down. Turn it up. We'll turn it up, man. Is that Freedom Rock? Yeah? We'll turn it up, man. You remember now? But no, my brother. You got to buy your own. Nothing? Anybody? Bobby Blue Bland. Let's see, I kind of do the same thing. I was mixing the overheads right here on this link. With all this, I was doing it. I don't know if you can. Oh, you can't see that. So where this is right there, I was mixing all that right here instead of doing it on the ambient part. So look how weak they're coming through now. One of the first things I would do would be to set up a groove, and so I could just listen to it objectively. And then if that wasn't enough room, boom. Especially for the... So you handle it through an IR or reverb. And the effect, I mean, it's just an effect, and they all glue together, like they're all on the same channel going out. And so they all have the same reverb, same EQ, and compression at the final stage. Now you just adjust how much for all the instruments that you want to do. If you want it to be a room, if you want it to be a small room, large room, whatever. Then if you got like an actual hall, if you had a feed, like a loop feed for the snare, you could send one loop out of this right here. One of these guys could be going and duplicated. Like not only is it going to here, but it's also going through a secondary aux channel that might be like a snare that's been distorted. And so anything you want to go through there, like including the bleed through, if you want all the bleed, just nothing but the bleed through to go through, doable. So just the bleed through gets and the bleed through with this kick and all that shit, like just the overheads. Here, I'll show you. Just the overhead mics. Let's go ahead and put a distortion on that, just those. And this is one thing, I mean, it just kind of shows you that you can do this. So, turn the clean completely down. Put the bass out there. Come on now. All right. Right there. Tweaks. Let's take that off. Something becomes lo-fi, right? Ah, fuck, I had the mic on all the whole time. That's as if they were going as far away as they could go. Let's get like halfway as far as they could go from their actual position. The kick is going dead. That's just already stomped too much. I should have put a protection pad on there, but that's one of the cheapest ones I can get. It'd be like about $50. I could probably rig up something. I might be able to take the pad off of that, because this is about this size, and then just stick that thing on there. If I can find some way to mount that on there. But it's a different round. That one's got like an octagon shape. I might have another octagon around here. And then just replace it with that pad on there, protection pad. Protection pad on there, so it's just nail. I mean, because the kick is just boom, boom, boom all the time. It's a big beater. I'm starting with my foot, so I should put some protection on there because the piezo is in there. But if it gets dented, if this gets dented and pushed back, it's harder to make contact. So no matter, I start stomp harder, turn the sensitivity up, or I can actually find a way to fix my Roland. I have a really nice Roland tower. Right now it's in the back, but it's got a mesh head. If I can find some way to like flip that head to the rough side on the back that's just Roland and it's steel trigger, fuck yeah, I'd do that in a heartbeat. But I gotta find some way to do that. It looks like it might be possible, but anyways, that'd be smart of them though, right? In case you want like the rebounding beater, because you want it to be like a stiffer. Just me, a double-sided. Just me. Is it just me, or does that make sense? I think it does make sense. That way the person at home can choose whether they want like a. And they can take the regular head, the mesh head off and put like a real head. Just me, just thinking out loud and wishing the universe would like, hear me. I got another wish for Christmas. Everyone's just into doing wishes. Wishes, wishful thinking. Alright, keep playing. Too many buttons. Jazzy and funky. See, this one's like, I've been, since I treated those other ones, I'm kind of like, not gun shy about showing these, because they're still good sounding, but they're not, it's like, they're not like treated to be, not treated to be like a, you know, like you were saying. They're just kind of like, the thing is, they can sound so much better if I actually worked on them. But this is a good example of like, these all have sticks, but if I were actually get the drum pieces, look, these brushes, hands, mallets. Really cool, since it has this, if I could just change the beat on this, instead of change the beat on this, it goes, if they're available, it changes all of them. Sorry, this hi-hat's not available in that, with that mallet, with the same articulations. We have this one with brushes and mallets. Okay, cool. Put that one in. You know, the ride. This ride. See, they didn't have one, but we have, like in the Zildjian pack, there are fucking some brushes and other shit like that. Boom. Hot rods. Oh, back. Drums. Hot rods. Not crash. Those are tones. Yeah. Jazz and funk. Oh, cousin vintage. Simone Cohen. Real dude. These all have the same pictures for the snares, but they don't sound the same. And that's how I learned that, like, you're not supposed to have, it's not actually on regular recordings, and he's right. On regular recordings, I was wondering where the cymbals were, but I wasn't using the overheads properly. Because I did that, and I'm like, no, I've got all the other ones to work, but there's cymbals for it. And he's like, yeah, that's because they don't really have direct mics on them. Right, but the packs do. So, okay, I can't go through overheads? Like, yeah. Okay, and as I pull it through, they're like, oh. But I still didn't run the full. The full lusting, I was doing too much tweaking here with these, like the distance and stuff, instead of actually making them sound right. I was trying to make up for that with stupid moves. And it kind of... But now I just have to adjust the ambient mix correctly. Turn it off. Oh, that's right, you're not going out there, are you? Now we gotta go to the aux. They go to the master. Because that was shipping out to mixing in PreSonus, like they're on their own channels. See? Totally different sounding, isn't it? Already sounds different. Ambient mix. That's what it's supposed to go to. Ambient mix. What is the inspiration? It gives much. That goes away completely. It's just that loud. Oh, the pressure on this. On the name? Fuck. That's really free driving. Shouldn't be that strong. Anyways, but that's just like what you can do there. But I find like there's like a Rototom preset. I really like that. There's two different Rototoms because there's one that Timon did. And there's one from Imperial Drums. But there's Imperial Drums and there's Terry Bozzio. This isn't Terry Bozzio. And that was one of the E-Sounds, I believe. I also have Neil Peart and several others. Again, this isn't treated aside from just kind of setting it up. That's what Sonoma has to say about a similar type kit. This is just his Rototom kit, but Sonoma made his own choices. It's not the same kit, and it's not the same Rototom, but he made his own decisions on what to make for the Imperial Drums. And this is the difference between the two. Again, unmixed, not the best, but while I'm transitioning, this will work. We got octaves, is what I'm saying. With that fuzz out there. Okay. Will help a lot, won't it? Yeah, it's not snowing on the microphone or in your ears anymore. So let's go ahead and do Neil Peart. That's the 5-tone. Okay, this is it. So again, it's not treated properly. Okay, that's it. There we go. That's one of the percussion pieces. Alright. However, I can put in, like if I want to put another kick in there and trigger it, like I want like the actual stomp at the same time. Check this shit out. Hang on, let's go ahead and do this and link U to U. Okay, now what we'll do is go here and go to 8-bit. Is that gonna do it? Am I fucked up? Let's trigger another one. Anyway, this should trigger both. Wrong one linked. My bad. And I didn't turn this mic off either. So you kind of gotta choose, kind of like triage, but that's fine, man. Just find the swango and put it over to the right. The swango, go. Swing, better. You're here. Where are you at? Ah, you don't look right, that's why. Because whatever they did fucked up the word links to the pieces and the pictures. Because they changed the fucking files. Because they fucking suck. Okay, that's already turned early, right? also gotta mute the thing, don't I? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let's move you guys closer to each other. There you go. Now you guys are all grouped together, and you'll have a big red line across everything that they're all fucked up. Reverb is off. Okay, good. Tom. It's a lot of shrimp. Sure, why not? Let's see if that just takes it 2 triple E. That's gonna make a bit triple E. There's all the little choices you can make, but just to get this set up, you know, you get right here, you don't have to use this kit at all. This is the idea you had at first. And then you decide to switch after you lay the performance. Go ahead. Want to change the hi-hat to a tambourine? Okay. Or some guy going, oh, hi. Sora. Yo. Oh, 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 yo, yo, oh, oh, yo, 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 yo. It's a little silly, but you can do it if you want. Especially if you're yo, yo. Silly. So those are the fun times. smoking pot because I smell pot, but really strong in the nose. All the windows are closed. There's nothing else in my house unless there's just like blowing to the back window back there, like jumping up and blowing from the bathroom window. I don't know what to be doing that for. It's just to tempt me to go smoke some more pot, and you know what? It works. Ow, 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 my arm's all twisted. Ah! What am I gonna do? Mr. Microphone, help me out. Mr. Telephone Man? Anybody? Won't you help a Southern 49-year-old man? Huh? You can help me out. That would help a lot. You can help me out, that'd be really helpful. Thank you for your help. And, mushgrass. Mushgrass on your derriere. That's how you say that? Derelict or dialect on the janky slink? Whatever you kids say these days. Witchy wookie. Whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? One thing I know for sure is when it boils down. Yo, this is long, but this song sorry about that. I forgot to touch the filter. Yep, you were driving too hard. Bring you back down. You probably driving too hard. Yep, bring you back down. You're probably definitely driving too hard. Bring you back down. Let's test it. Oh, open and make it clean. It's fairly new. Oh, I want to play some neutral. This will have to do in the meantime. So yeah, that's the best I can do by myself. I'm doing all the production, I'm doing all the recording, all the instruments, I'm writing all the parts, I'm orchestrating everything. And that's not to say it's the best it can be or anything like that. It's just to say that's the best I can do by myself. But there's no one else working with me. I'm willing to change some pieces and shit, you know? Change tempos, change gears, but by myself, that's what I came up with. Anybody got some shit to say, you know? Fucking this jam. If it's like in your fucking vein, if it's not, then I'll change the lyrics, I'll change how it's sung, I don't give a fuck. I'll change the name of the goddamn song, I don't care. I need people to fucking jam with, man. So we're gonna put some more fucking ideas besides just me, so all the songs I'm gonna sound the fucking same all the damn time. I'm gonna play drums the same fucking way. You know? That's why I'd like to be able to get off the drums and someone else go play the drums and then I'm gonna go sing. just sing, or I might just play guitar, just play rhythm guitar, don't even play lead at all. I might play bass, you know, and just switch up from different song to song. They're fucking dope, man. That's what Dumb was supposed to be, honestly. At least a three-man band that had multi-instrumentalists like myself, and we're all working together. And at least three-piece, because then you can do everything. I mean, you can do everything, but then, yeah, like I said, you have like at least two writing heads and at least one person going, yeah, that should change. Like an objective listener. Like, I don't really have any input on this. I like where you guys are going with it, but I think that you should go 3 times instead of 4. Just grab people off guard a little bit. Well, then make it 5 times. Just to fuck with people. It's out of time, right? Anyways, right? Yeah. So that would make it actually line up perfectly. If you do the math. Oh, fuck, it would. Yeah. Because it's on an odd time signature, so doing it an odd number of times would actually balance it out. Just saying. Or at least add like at the last time around, just like make it a full. So it completes out. People won't even notice as long as they keep nodding their head in that same kind of 8th beat. Just don't keep going what you're doing. I'm just saying that'd be like an easier transition for the crowd because they're doing like dun, dun, I feel so alone. That's 4/4, but the that's not 4/4. As long as you keep your head nodding, it works out. Yeah, yeah. That's what odd time signature is. Basically, it's a nice loop. It's a loop that doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 1 and 2. You know? So as long as you're bobbing your head, it works out because as long as I go, you just count it 1, 2, 3, 4, so that right at 8 is starting over again, but that should be, you know what I mean? It actually finishes on 7. 7/4. Or, you know, 14/8, 7/8 if you want a half time or double time, was it? Because me and Scott were talking about the what people often go like double time. It's actually like half time. Because you're playing twice as many notes. But I guess it's kind of like the low pass. You're actually cutting the low pass. You're letting the high signals through the low pass. High cut and low cut. Okay, yeah, we're cutting low cut. On the high pass? Yes. That's the low cut? Right. That's why we're going with low cut. Because it's high pass, letting the high through gets people fucked up. Because you're thinking about it differently. Or they were thinking about it differently when they named it, because it was a new thing, and they didn't keep up with the times, because it's actually a low cut. Low cut, high pass, same thing. High cut would then be, you know, whatever. That's why I think my mixes sounded pretty good on back in the day. It's because I was recording dry tracks and stuff, or amps and stuff, but I would, besides the bass, and maybe even the bass, I was doing like a low cut on all that shit, so the kick would be able, like, that was the only thing that's going to be in the fucking below 80 hertz. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I saw it said low cut, 80 even below, and I noticed that the bass and the kick drums took up more when I pushed it and I gauged it on everything, and they didn't sound that much different. But the kick seemed to be more alive there, more focused, and I didn't really understand why, because I didn't understand I knew about EQing to get the best sound, but I thought you just get the best sound of this drum, the best sound of this guitar, and then you mix the levels. No. What's the bass doing? Similar thing what the guitar is doing. Okay, so then we gotta make a differentiation, so that way it's just right, yeah. So this is not just one muddy sound, right? You can tell the bass, yeah. How do I do that? Not exactly. Fuck around by it for a while. There's a thing called YouTube coming along. You can learn everything you need to know. There's guys working on how to teach other men how to be men, because we don't necessarily have one in our lives to show us the proper way. And if you can't learn from example, like, okay, that guy's a dick. My dad wasn't ever there. Nah, see, you learned the wrong example. So I can see you're still pushing on that, but then like if I can blame her some way, then I don't have any responsibility. Plus, it'd be actually better for them because they'll get more food and food stamps and money stuff and money. You know what I mean? That is true, but that's kind of like the trap they want to get you into. Right, but if I live there, then you get, right. But that's kind of what they want to do, because if you break apart the family, then it looks like they're just born this way. And then how come they always get pregnant and go looking for, like, white teens don't get knocked up a little early and need some help? Well, are they really, like, sitting there just kind of, but I love you, though. And willing to put up a long fucking game. You know? Because they're actually doing other people on the side. And if they're good enough at it that you kind of like, I kind of know, but it's kind of, I mean, they're all doing it, and this is a guy's like the best guy. I'm not saying much, but I actually don't mind if he would just, like, if I was the priority. Yeah, some of them are like that. As long as I was the priority, I wouldn't really, I'd keep pretending that, you're just going to work. Then just lying to me, though. Mark Lanigan in his book said that the girl that he was like, super in love with, she knew he was on heroin the whole time, but he thought she didn't, so he was hiding it. He's like, yeah, of course I knew. Of course I did. Of course I knew. I also knew you were cheating with other people. She still stayed with him. But yeah. Why'd I do it? Because I'm junkie scum. I'm like, yes, you are, sir. I don't give a fuck about you anymore. I really don't care. I made it this far. Shit, this is halfway through. I thought I was going to talk more about, like, Mad Season days and, like, what happened after Mad's. Guess gotta keep going. What else did you get, fucking junkie scum? Feel a little bad for you, but holy shit, you didn't even quit then? You're right, sir. Yes, once again, you state that. Yeah. I understand you freaking out like that, but there was someone else in the car that doesn't see what you've seen. So you're just terrorizing that person. Not getting the intended effect you want, so he got out of the car and fucking walked. Rockstar is supposed to be living the life. Has a huge blowout with his mother, who still doesn't accept the fact that he's a success and he's just trying to get her. Say kind of like, good job, you did a good. I mean, I don't care for it really, but I mean, it's your life and you're doing pretty good at it. You're actually a really good singer. I don't really care for the rest of it. Do you have to be so loaded all the time? No, I don't have to be. Okay, well then maybe you shouldn't, so you don't worry about dying. Do you give a fuck? Yeah. Yeah, isn't this album great? This has to be so sad. All the music has to be so sad. Okay, I get what you. Okay, yeah, I kind of see. Holy shit, yeah, wow. So we never have to go back ever again? No. You wanted to meet them, right? Yeah. I didn't think it was gonna be like that. Holy shit, dude. Fuck, I think I kind of understand it now a little bit more. Can I go to town? Can I go too? No. Because I'm gonna be busy with stuff. Recording and shit. Right, recording and stuff. I'll come down there and jam. I already got like a girl sings in the backup and stuff like that. Thank you, though. A bit late. You know what I mean? And probably exactly where it was. Like everybody, a bit late. Now you want to say that you know, and of course you know. If I would have known that you know, then we just fucking done it. I've been sitting there hiding, thinking that was scum, and you actually knew, and they just kind of helped to add to that. And about like how you know. I mean, I guess when you met my family, you find it's like, oh yeah, you might want to kill that pain now. Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, by the way, my sister's married to somebody who might be trying to plot her death. Yeah, there's that going on too. The one person I actually kind of care about is I'm in danger and there's not much I can do about it. Because it might be my fucking fault. Can you imagine that shit? It's one thing he does care about. And they're like, we'll get you one way or another, but again, not if I'm dead already. Definitely not coma. As long as you don't show up anymore. We get it. We get it. And I got the payment. Alright. We're not square, but just don't fucking come back ever. Ooh, I'm dead. I'd have a lot to explain, wouldn't I? Yeah, you would. Yep. Yes, I would. I'm cool. I like it here, just chilling out, living my life. Being dead, you know? I got your 10-month funeral. How many people get to say that shit? Wouldn't it be crazy? He's still alive right now, and it doesn't matter if he fucking ODs. It's like, fuck, I'm already dead, right? Yeah. Let's make some, tracks that were... Oh, like buried tracks? Yeah. And you can be the grieving widow and go out there and be like... These are just tracks he just worked on, and... I knew he wanted them finished, so I just went ahead and finished the songs out, and... If anyone wants to just go back all the way to... He probably at home laughing at that. Let's go back to like the Winding Sheet. They've been remastered by his friends and loved ones and carefully curated with his actual diary. I have access to that since he's passed. Oh my god, I love this woman. That's fucking fantastic. Holy shit. That's gonna work. Yeah, don't sell it too much now. Don't sell it too hard. Remember, I'm a junkie scum and you kind of hate me a little bit. You bastard! You want to know the truth? Yeah, go ahead. He was a junkie at the end. He was... Those biographers and hangers-on won't tell you this. Yeah, go. But he was a monster. Yeah. He did have a loving side, but it's very Beauty and the Beast with him. If he got high, there's no telling what his temper might do. I guess PTSD. No, maybe I got the PTSDs. Should do. I got the PTSDs. That's pretty traumatic, getting jumped by 3 guys and getting a hemorrhage in your fucking brain. If it wasn't worse, I mean, I have no idea. Maybe God just healed me up really fast. I have no fucking clue. I was knocked the fuck in and out. I was beaten back conscious, if that tells you anything. I got jumped into a gang I'm not a member of. Ain't that some shit? It's a 3-man gang. And they said, I guess there was an initiation day or some kind of shit. So I already got the cash. I had to wake me up trying to get my wallet because it fell in my pocket. God's like, you ain't getting this. No, that's ID and verification. Yeah, no. Nothing in here besides that has any kind of like, actual location if we're to find said victim. No, nothing else in here. Identifies. I have the registry. Registration? That popped something good, man. Fuck, that's using a lot of pain. Now I gotta get this other side, and this side's like going kind of like fucking numb at times. If I crank it like that, it just kind of like pinches, and it's like, fuck, I can feel it's like this is kind of like a numbish tingling. It's fucking freaky if it had been on this side, where like, you know, like heart attack, stroke shit, I'd probably freak the fuck out. But on this side, I'm like, okay, I mean, no, it's not that. So it's just, okay, so it's the nerves in my neck. I just gotta pop this shit. So there you go. And then kind of like a crank like that. And it's like, it just relieves some of the tension. What am I do? Walk around like this all day? Yeah, no, man. Yeah, sure. No, I hear you. It's just my thing. No, I can turn it back, but it just hurts. Sure, crook neck. Yes, you can call me crook. I'm gonna fuck. This is the mixed rate, though. Yeah, good. Crook neck it is. Crooked letter, I. You know, I'm done. I'm good. It's just as a habit. I used to smoke cigarettes, and then I smoked a lot of pot. But it was weaker pot, you know what I mean? Well, the 90s pot. I won't say weaker, it was different. It lasted longer. This one will hit you hard and get you high, but then it goes away pretty quickly. It doesn't last like 2, 3, 4 hours like it used to. So I think there's a chemical. It's chemically induced, and it may be like a short-lived THC synthetic. Because with it back in the day, if you had like the crystals on the bud, like if you could see the crystals on there, you had some good quality shit, because that was like Northern Lights or whatever. It made my fucking friend Opie, who never said no to any fucking, I mean like no, he never said no to anything. He's like, no man, I'm good. I started cracking the fuck up because I was like, it has to be a joke. I'm like, good one, here you go. And I hand it back. She's like, dude, I don't want that. And I've never seen that seriousness of a face of like, dude, I'm high. Because like, when I handed it to him, he was like, no, I'm good. Right, yeah, I'm high too. Here you go, here's some more. I don't want that. I was almost in tears. I'm like, what? I'm gonna hit some more, and you're like, yeah, go ahead. I don't know, I'm good. This goes back to like looking at the trees and shit. I'm like, it's the one only time I've ever heard him say no. That's how fucking just good, like, hydroponic was. Not Northern Lights, it's just hydro. But it had the crystals on there, like because they hydroponic and grow this. So like I go to the fucking store, dispensary when I get, it gets legal here. And all of them have crystals on. I'm like, fuck, it's all hydro? I'm like, no. Okay, I don't. No, it's like, right, but that grows. Well, no, right, I suppose in the 90s, but yeah. We used to get seeds and stems in the bag. We hated it. We wished we could get bud like this that was all crystally with no seeds and very little stems. And you tell me like that's just a going thing now? And why does it smell like that? Well, smell this one. Smells good, right? It smells exactly like that other one, only just stronger of that chemical thing. Well, I'm fine. Just don't piss on my leg. I mean, if it's a fake THC, because you gotta consider that the faster it wears off, the more likely you come back. And if it's fairly safe, tobacco company wouldn't use that. Like shit, we didn't know you got. I mean, fuck. We've been trying to do this since the '90s. We were joking about it. There's gonna be Marlboro Greens. Of course, Marlboro's not gonna get behind it because Marlboro has a name of cancer and death. So we're gonna vape, right? Or we're gonna do all kinds of other things that are healthier for you. I'm smoking more. Now you're smoking indoors because you got the actual, like, the vaporizer. True vaporizer as opposed to the, I was halfway thinking about, I had one of those pens just for, cause I'm still addicted to, like, smoking. So, but I didn't want any THC. And most of those pretty nice smelling, and I could just, when I get the urge, rather than grab a cigarette or anything like that, I could just grab vape pen, fire it up, and they had one that smelled like pipe tobacco. It smelled really good and whatever. And then it had like the changeable batteries and shit. I have no idea where all the stuff is now because there's a thing on, because people are doing like a lot of it, and they're blowing with big ass clouds and doing tricks and shit, you know. And they're saying that vaping has been linked to popcorn lung. They've kind of disappeared since then about that. But like popcorn lung, that doesn't even sound good. Right, because you're getting vapor inside your lung. It makes sense, and I'm not saying it's actually happening, but I mean, it's kind of like you'd think your did's getting better off, but it's just got a different fucking side effects. Either way, it's not good for you to do. Is it safer? I don't know. Is that popcorn lung reversible? Like, yeah, you gotta quit for a while, and then it's just like it defluids your lungs, and they're fucking giving that shit. That's better than, so you smoke for a while this way, and then just don't smoke that way. Yeah. If you're not doing a whole lot, it's those people that like the competitive smoke blowers. Yeah, those guys can get fucking popcorn lung. Right, because they're just constantly, yeah. But it's just like occasional usage. It's not really that. That's what we found with them. I mean, that's what we found with the people that are doing the, you know, they're doing like the ring and, you know, all that shit. Yeah, those guys are going to end up with that. I don't always inhale. You don't have to because you got to practice so much. Your air that you are breathing around with all the, it's got vapor in it. You know what I mean? That's why you can smell it. Oh yeah, you didn't think about that. You just sit in a room. You know what I mean? Blowing, doing tricks and shit like that. In that situation, you'd be better off smoking. Oh. If you're just vaporizing every now and then and like getting off smoking, that'd be fine. I'm not quitting smoking. You're just gonna smoke more? Yeah, that's the way we formulated it. So you think it's safe. It's just more convenient and people don't mind. Yeah, people actually kind of like the smell, right? Yeah. It's not about smoking. It's not about you getting your nicotine and whatever, because you got a patch. But I got a problem with that. So it's not the nicotine. Cigar, stinky. Pipe. Kind of distinguished gentlemanly when you go into like in a library setting, but I don't want to like come out of the library and smell like that. Right. Cigarette. Ugh. Is that bubble gum? Yeah. Yeah, you can smoke that all day long. Skittles, or is that citrusy? Oh, I like that. Is that Northern Pine? Is that vanilla cherry fucking forest blend? Yeah? Well, fucking have at it, popcorn lung. You're just annoying me with the smelling bad. So go home, my clothes smell. See, my clothes smell like that kind of, but I'm gonna actually do it. It looks kind of cool. Is it safe? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll get the non-tobacco. Yeah, you have there's all kinds that you can get. I kind of like it. Does it have marijuana in it, does it? I don't want it. That's not the good stuff. Where's the good stuff? Oh, yeah. Hash, right? Yeah. It smells like leather. I just love that. It's just dope, man. Like I said, when it's getting good, and I mean, if I could find one that kind of smolder, it's kind of like a cigar. Sometimes it does get like the whole thing going, and it just won't go out. And just it's like a cigar that just doesn't go out until you need it to go out. Yeah. That's why I liked watching the screen, because I could see it like lighting up. I guess I could do one of these in there. We used to do that, like we do. Try and cover, and like the wind's blowing really hard, and then niggas just lit, yeah. Well, hang on, bitch. I'm gonna pass it when it's lit. There we go. Don't fucking let it go out. You know what I mean? And try as always, I guess, so we could keep it. It would get wet and just like squish the tip. I'm like, God damn it, dude. I think it's back to me, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna, yeah, I was pinching. There we go. Yeah, but you gotta stop that shit. You gotta knock that shit off, dude. I don't want to put it, when it gets to you, it's all wet and flat. No, then you gotta knock that shit the fuck off. No, I'm gonna keep smoking. I know you. You probably just want the rest, right? I have no idea if that's for true. So I'm not gonna say it out loud. But I'm thinking that's what you're trying to do, and I'm just gonna keep on smoking. As long as you're going, I don't want to smoke that. He's like, fine. Fine, that's cool. Keep an eye out. Yeah. You gotta take turns on who's keeping the eye out. So another way they can come is that way, and they're not coming that way. We can all keep that eye. Just gotta watch that path and watch that path. Hey, Mr. Willis. Fuck. Just heading to class, yeah. Oh, so yeah, okay, then we just got that way. Yeah, right. So yeah, okay, cool. Because like there's one in the middle, and two of us were like, gone. We got on him, nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. We used to go play volleyball. We'd ditch out of gym class and go play volleyball. We're never dressed out for gym. Fuck that. I don't want to get all fucking dressed into it. You know what I mean? Fuck that. Did it at first until like you realized you didn't really check or give a fuck, or if he gave you like a mark off, it really didn't do anything. It's like you need to change, you need to dress out. Like yeah, tomorrow. All right. Slowly but surely we start moving our way down the gym to the fucking back door that sneaks out to the back. And we just go out and smoke a cigarette, come back up, and we realize he didn't even fucking realize we're gone. Just needs one more person. I think we got Trey, yeah, Trey. Me and Travis and Trey just down the stairwell. Like as soon as he do roll call, he'd do whatever he's doing, and everybody's just, there's just so many people out there playing basketball. 3 people that really aren't very good at it, just gone. We're playing volleyball with RTC. RTC didn't say shit. And we weren't dressed out like them either. Volleyball is more fun. Fuck you. And they weren't all like just madly spiking. It was kind of like they're just volleying for fun. Like, yeah. Because they play that 21 tip out in basketball. Talk about aggressive, dude. You see like a short man syndrome type guy jump up there and like he's got the no shirt and he just grabs it and just throwing elbows, make sure no one gets close to him. It's like, hey man. Reminds me a lot of that guy that's like, man, someone smoked token reefer. The fuck you say, man? What? Someone smoking reefer. Yeah, I smell something just making out. Well, you Isaac fucking Newton? No, I just observed someone. What might be? Yeah, I mean, my friends. No, I don't have a problem with that. It's just best to just be like, whatever. But you've seen him do that enough people. It's just kind of like, let's go play volleyball. It's always a team that's always got him, and then some dudes that just really just don't give a fuck. They just want to play, and we just really don't want to play basketball that much. Have at it, man. Go violent and fight like that for the fucking ball. 21 tip out. You guys play for you with your balls. We're gonna smoke a couple cigarettes, play volleyball, and leave that when we want to. And we'll be back in time for class to get out and you gentlemen to go ahead and change clothes in front of each other and shower. We'll be sitting outside somewhere doing something else besides that. Oh, I'm gonna stink in next class, but one thing you can't say is I took a shower with a bunch of dudes. And with no fucking pervy fucking dudes in there watching it either. No thanks, I'll pass. Who came up with this idea anyways? I mean, that's kind of just fucked up. Well, we were raising gladiators, so you gotta just look at other cocks all the time. Like, I don't gotta. I gotta shower. I gotta shower at home. It'd be stinky. No one's fucking me any goddamn way. I gotta give a shit. Fuck you. You gonna give a shit? Just leave me the fuck alone, man. Yeah, I wanna go draw. So what? I don't wanna play your fucking sports. Architect, that was, I mean, when we were doing AutoCAD, that was fun as shit, but it wasn't challenging. Me and Derek just destroyed that shit, man. Derek, I want to say his last name was Hall. His brother had cancer, had like chemo and shit. That sucked. But, I mean, both are cool ass people. Derek was smart as shit. We both, like I said, we get fine. Whatever the assignment was, like be 3 or 4 assignments for the week. And don't make these people busy. We just knock them the fuck out. And so we just started doing shit on the AutoCAD. You know, we both noticed that we're both done. We started just like laughing and joking. I showed him, like, check this out, you see the little speck? And he's like, yeah. And then zoom in. He's like, yeah. And zoom in, it's like a little square. Like, yeah. It's like, this looks like a full picture. Then inside the fucking, like, what we had to do. It's a little speck in the middle, like, not just like a little off center from the circle. And you zoom in way, it's like this fucking poem. But you gotta go like way down. And so therefore you're just looking at it regular. Scale, like full scale. It's just a little, like almost like an error, like a mistake with a little dot. And you zoom and zoom and zoom and zoom. It's this fucking crazy ass poem about some shit. You just put them in like they're like around the edges and you just fucking come up with weird shit to do. We were bored. We got done with the whole week's worth of shit, and so we had to like fucking think of shit to do inside of AutoCAD. Like, what else is going? Mr. Bodino, that was the teacher. Mr. Bodino. And it wasn't. Oh no, it was fucking Mr. Chopin. Mr. Chopin. Yeah, it was. Because I remember like Mr. Chopin is like, it's chopping. He's like, it's not chopping like it's Chopin. It's like, yeah. The composer. It's like, yeah. Right. He took my seat. Chopin. Right, cool. I have the clarification. That's it? You're not going to be chopping? Why? Everybody said, you know. Oh, because we're in fucking senior or junior year? Yeah, no. That's all right. Mr. Bodino was the math teacher. He was like a volleyball coach also, and the girls were safe, let's say. It's more in the, you know, subtleties and the rather loud spoken stuff. My God, a God, hey, they're all right. They're safe. Because they're fine. And you're not going to like it, so I'm not going to tell you. You can't, okay, if you don't know, that's all. That's kind of the point. Don't worry about it. If you don't know, don't fucking worry about it. Well, that you got paid. No, not that, no. Or her, no. Oh, I got some fucked up stories I could tell you about some fucked up shit that I saw and I lived through. So, like, I don't know how you feel about it, you know what I mean? It's just, seriously, there's certain shit, I just don't know how to feel about it. Because one way it's just crazy, another way it's fucking crazier. So I don't know how I feel about it. Anyways, that's 2 hours you've wasted here. I didn't waste shit. I had nothing else to do. I was just reminiscing on Sherlock Holmes. Thought I'd come and talk to you. So, if I got anything else, I got some Broken Wing Phoenix stuff that I never got done. That I would like to, like, it was very simple shit. Oh, never more than ever, what's on this? Ain't buying it. Okay, this is some more shit. Oh, sweet. This is just more. So outside that folder, or is that the folder? No, this is just on another folder, and complete another folder. What does this folder have? It's just dumb. How many songs are in here? It's 3 gigs, 34 files. They're probably all very similar themes, you know, as opposed to the new dumb album. It's probably just stuff that I was working on. I'll probably condense some of them from pieces and parts, and the other ones I'll have like later on. Because I have the same kind of thing I used to have. I mean, like this. Very similar. Yeah. It's okay. Well, for your like 7th album, that's kind of. Well, let's just slide on that one. You know? Oh, no. It's my 7th album. Yeah. They're all free. Yeah. You can kind of repeat yourself, I guess. Yeah, I guess. You guess? God damn. What if I do everything myself? Still? Yeah. No, it really sounds very similar. Bust it up, heavier tunes, hold on. Let's see about that. Let's find a good drum kit. Jammy jams. Alright, we got the jammy jams. And then we bring up the drums, setsy sets. Setty set. I'm not gonna save that. Just showing, making a point. Custom vintage. 2-tone custom vintage. Yeah, let's do that shit. Am I saving or opening? Okay, I'm opening. Good. Okay, this is like based on, yeah, like a Ludwig. Kind of a Beatles inspired tone, but I think this is the one. Is this the, yeah, custom vintage. So modern retro is based on like some, like the sounds of like the 90s and stuff. I wish it did like, you could do more like what I was thinking, you know? No, his are sound really good. I just didn't think about mixing the different open, you know what I mean? But he did all of them. This is really fucking cool. Let's see, for example, if you can see this right here. This might not be his. Is that his? No, that's actually Ludwig from another piece. Beatles set. No, that's from Contemporary Vintage. Oh, wow, okay, that is. Okay, cool. But then again, you can just, I don't know if I've done this one. This might have been for another song, but you can just adjust. Right? It's just dry. See? You can just adjust it to season, how you want it, and it comes out. And it comes to the room. Hell, if I wanted to have these panned out. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. I probably could if I send them out to their own track. Yep, mono. So I could also send them out to another aux send. And there'd be individual tracks. And so I could have kick left, kick right, kick down the center. Like I had one that's like, the center. I wanted like the more to be like, you know, pronounced. Separate them. Well, you can in here. You can't do it in virtual reality. Oh, I also can't adjust the send and return. So there's overbleed. I know, change that. Send and return. It's a bleed over. Very natural if you want to get that out of there, which everyone tries to do. Boom, they got a clean snare. Hell, you turn it all the way the fuck off. The more you take it out. And that still sounds the same. Can't do that with fucking, and I can adjust how much. I can also adjust how much at the bottom, the ringy of the thing. I can adjust how, after I'm done, the dampening. The EQ. You know, all that shit. After I'm done, yeah. And if I wasn't quite quantized enough, I can also tighten my playing. Yeah. Well, what the fuck am I doing with this other shit? I don't know. Sounds about the same. Until you cut the bottom frequencies out there. Just, they don't conflict as much anymore. You start with that shit, and then you keep working out and building up from there to build the whole song. Let's get rid of any. See? Loveless channels. Simone keeps it nice and clean. You got some monos, you got your overheads, and you got your rooms. It sounds this good. All the extra mics were not necessary at all. If you do need something, you can put a little bit of reverb on there if you needed to. That's a distortion. But you could easily switch that to a reverb spatial. And they have Preverb Room. I really like the Preverb Room from Overloud. Just combined with this, and it gives like a really nice sound. That sounds pretty fake. But if you just mix this way up. Not you. Overall. Okay. And next, it sounds going to sound a lot better. And you can also tune that however you need the EQ to be tuned, you know? You already tune it down. You can adjust the decay time, and just the size of the room, the diffusion, the pre-delay, so it sounds like it's happening later. Sounds like more of an echoey cavern, you know what I mean? So if the room overhead doesn't sound quite the sound you want to get out of it, and the overheads aren't doing it at all, turn them off and fake it. Turn the pre-delay down so it's at the same time. If they were in the same room, kind of sounds like they are now, right? Then you turn off the effects. They record in different places. If nothing else, maybe have these on. Mute all these here. So you have like the overheads, so it sounds like, I mean, they all have like different overheads, but overheads. See? Just a little bit different. They're all going to have overheads. There might be different kinds of overheads, but they can all go through the same channel. And then, super glue them all together, put them in the same room. It's a bit much. Okay, sure. Decay is a little too long. Okay. Like a little bit drier than that. Sure. Even more than that. Now there's a room IR, so it actually sounds like it's going through the actual room, and it's actually done in the studio where you record like Sound City, so that all the drums can sound like they're recorded through the room in Sound City, just in the volume up. Then the ambience, you can get the ambience from the echo chamber from Sound City, Abbey Road. Then you make an IR that has the vocal pack. And if you buy the full pack from whatever, then you get the full studio, the vocal booth, the fucking blah, 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 the chambers underneath, the reverbs, blah, 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 blah. If you just want the guitar rooms from Abbey Road, you just want the live room from Abbey Road. If you want all of them, you just buy all of them, all the ones that you want. If you want to buy the entire pack of, like, you know, the studio, with the drum kit comes with the drum sound, but if you want the guitar to sound like it there, we recorded it where it's, and now your amp, which is made from like another company, can run through this IR. You can run any amp you want, even including your home amp. It'll sound like it's recording in the same room with these drums, because you see it's just all the drums are. And just how much is in there. But that's kind of forward thinking, not backwards, you know what I mean? But let's put you back in there, guys. See what you can do. And I think oh, that sounds much more natural. And then just put the little reverb to glue all that together. Probably won't even really notice it when the song's going, but when it chills out, there's like this thing filling in the gap. You can even bring it in at those points when you need it to. That's why I was watching Dave Abruzzese, and as he's playing along, and as it's going, when he's going to bigger parts, the room reverb opens up, and then it's like more tight for like the vocals, like the room. I'm like, God damn it! Now I learned some new shit. Now I gotta do. The drums are actually like alive and moving on their own. You know what I mean? It's just fucking dope. And it adds, like I said, when it goes like the big open chorus, all of a sudden the room is there. But you don't really notice it in the mix. Because it's that subtle, but when it's just isolated drums, you're like, oh shit, no wonder it gets so big sounding at that part. The drums had a big part, all of a sudden they're just more present, they're more room, like it's kind of like it starts out. But not like that. And then when it gets to the chorus, just more of it's there. The when it's playing like the tight part with the vocals. Chorus comes along. Yeah, I get it, but some people don't quite get it. And subtle, but when there's like, you know, difference with that trailing. You can kind of hear it trailing off. Anyways, just talking too much. And I got to this one also has a, let's see, drums, snare, open, kick, or and there's other versions of it too, I believe. And then snare, the tom, there's brushes. I don't know why BFG, whatever in music did, fucked it up. It used to show the right pictures, but not into the right pictures. But if I go to contemporary vintage, which they now claim is BFD instead of being Imperial Drums, Modern Drummer, I know about the Modern Retro. Yeah, BFD. It wasn't BFD. They bought it towards the end, and Simone's got some more packs. I fucking want them. Yes, I've got all these packs. I want more packs. I always want more packs. I always want more packs of whatever I can get. Because that's just more sounds and more ways I can articulate my music. That's why there's not a competition for getting packs. You're going to get the packs that you want to get. If I can get BFD to work out the way I want, the player will be free. It'll be like a universal player for everybody. Everybody can have it. And then you just buy your packs. If they want to keep their price cheap, then they can keep their price cheap. If they want to be like, well, it took me some time to do this. I don't really want to sell it for $30. Maybe $30 a drum set, sure. But not, this is like 4 kits in it, dude. So how about like all 4 kits for like fucking $100? Or they're like 40 or 50 each. You only want the fucking Beatles one? Sure. You only want those 2? That'd be like $100. See how you might as well just go ahead and get all 4. Yeah. Or they're 40. It's $80. If you got one more of the packs, one more kit, that's $120, and it's only going for $100 for all 4. So you add $20 to that. That's a real upsell, isn't it? That's an actual upsell. Right, but breaking into little pieces. I take the whole pack, like all 4. Then it goes worth it to me. Otherwise, I gotta make it worth it to me, and it's $40 per pack. I mean, you do the same thing when you're buying in bulk and store. No one's surprised when you buy pepper like that. Sure, if you buy pepper for the year, it's like fucking a quarter. Times. It's a little bit larger amount, but you have pepper forever. Whereas if you just go to the store, like, fuck, $2 for a thing. Yeah, $2 for a thing like this of pepper. But if you go to like Costco, it's like fucking $5. Like 4 times as much. Is it more expensive? Is it more expensive? Is this something you're going to go through? Is this something that's going to go bad? No. Then fucking do it. If it's something that's going to go bad, don't fucking do it. Bread? Unless you just want to go to the store. You're gonna eat that shit right now? Yeah, go for it. It won't make it as long as your pepper will make it. Laundry detergent? Goes up on the fucking shelf. The fucking subscription pays for itself. And that way they can break the rules of the manufacturer's suggested retail price. By selling what they would normally sell to like a restaurant. See ya. Why do we got the big old bar? Because it's not for you, actually. That's why you gotta be a member of the club. Because legally, you're not supposed to be buying, but as a member of our club, we can let you have access. Well, then talk to the fucking lawmakers and then we'll drop the fucking thing. We're happy to have you come in. As a matter of fact, we want to be open to the public, but legally, we cannot do that. You can pay $15 a month and you can have like one or two people on your fucking account, but legally, unless the police are going to come and bust us out. You like getting the fucking big ass thing of, yeah, because it doesn't ever go bad, right? Yeah. I'm not going to get barbecue sauce, right? But if you're a fucking startup store, the place would pay for itself pretty quick. And you get to decide what's in the show. What you're having, chicken, steak, or whatever, you can decide. I don't know how to do that. This is not for you. But if you want part of these deals, then yes. I just don't need the most tomatoes. Right. Fuck off and get the things that are just going to go bad. You, the fucking startup restaurant. Yeah, I could use 4 of those. It's a better deal than my provider. Cool. See how it works? There's a vintage recording techniques. That's this one right here. That's a really good sounding drums. But it's got like all these extra what they could have been handled in IR. It's a very nice vintage. Not that one. That's the picture that loads up now. But it might fix in 3.5. I don't give a fuck what music is doing anymore. But I got this one to work enough that I can use it. The pictures are nice. So what? Maybe I can get someone to get the 3 and 2. And then like BFD 4, but it's just called BFD. And from that point on, just every upgrade is just on the base level because you can still use the little packs. It's always be free. So they charge you like a cross grade and upgrade, just the player though. And the packs you can buy as you need them. It comes with the player does come with some base kits though. Free with charge. Tell them Cheap Gear Guy sent you. And you'll get, that'd be cool. Cheap Gear Guy, if you type that in when you buy it, you get the sound pack. Hey man, he said to do it. Otherwise you have to buy them individually. But if you type in Cheap Gear Guy, when you buy the free play, technically we can't do that. We can't just give it. We could sell it to you, but we technically by law we can't just give it. You have the Cheap Gear Guy coupon. Look at there. You qualify for 10 packs free. Or how many packs come with the fucking BFD2? Sean says hello and makes some great fucking music. Oh yeah, and fucking music. They're fucking money hungry fucking cock. Is that muted? Shit. I really let him have it too. Fucking. He keeps muting out like it's someone trying to protect me from like saying something that could be held liable. Can you be held liable for lip reading? How's that? We're at 2 hours and 14 minutes now. building process. I didn't say they're all good. I said there's some stinkers in there, didn't I? I did say that. Nothing like that. I said they suck. Jazz Noir. Let's see. Let's have the Jazz Noir kit. So jazz kit on heavier songs. Like I said in the interview, man, I'm getting into just kind of playing that, you know, and just learning these songs slowly but surely. I'm gonna fuck with my listens. I have fun. I can exercise, and it's always everybody wants to fucking jam, so it's just, I do what I do. It's not gonna stop me from having fun. I'm gonna have me some fun. I'm gonna have me some fun. Any shit you can do about it. Nada. It's cute though. Could do that. Let's get like a 3-piece. I always do like a... Fuck, let's do a 4-piece. Custom vintage that, not custom vintage that, I would ever have this many drums. Ever. It's not possible. And in case it's not your style, go back to the original, turn all the effects off. Actually, that's all the effects? No, I guess that would be the master effects, wouldn't it? Turn the reverb off and shit. The overhead, let's just get rid of all the excess tones. Make it easier to focus, condense it down. Remix it any way you want to. This is the original sounds, no effects. And no pre-making, like I haven't adjusted the mics to the mixes of anything. It's just, this one might have been, I don't know. But then this one also is the same kind of way. This is a really good vintage kind of kit, the WW kit, because it's a silver sparkle, but they have a silver sparkle that's, remove all and use. The silver sparkle is just as good, but it's more vintagey and kind of like papery sounding. Cause you need that old vintagey ass vibe, you know what I mean? Sometimes you do. If nothing else change it through, you might just need the snare for that. Or again, linking it to like the snare that you have triggered, just to give like a vintage vibe. What I was gonna do is actually have it like in surround sound. So like if it's like a different kit in the back. And so if you're just in the front listening to stereo, a lot of the rhythm and harmonies and stuff, there's a entirely different mix going on. So if you're listening to 5.1, you'll hear the sound behind you and the sound in front of you. Right? But then if you're at the front of the stage, and you walk to the middle, you hear the song how it's supposed to go. All the harmonies and all the backup weird synth, and then you go to the back, that's all you hear is like more of like an electronic with some, and the harmonies, it's like a moment. You walk to the center and you hear like the vocals come in, and you walk to the front and you don't hear that, you know what I mean? Because it's actually like, what the fuck? Yeah. So we're going to get some Bluetooth earbuds that kind of fucking start doing surround. They're like this size with like, and there's the bass kicking right here, and then you can adjust the sound you want to, and you walk into the place. And if you weren't expensive, then everybody would have them. Maybe it wouldn't be this competition for who's got the best mixing environment with it. Just make your fucking song. Stop worrying about where it's recorded at. Would you please? Could you please? Why don't you be my neighbor? Until there comes another groovy bit of... just a bit of grit in the neck. So-called fun tunage. Alright, I'll take your word for it. Me. With some structure, that would be a fun one to do. But it needs some structure, needs some parts in there to help it out. Maybe I'll write them someday. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just keep playing like I'm doing, man. I find fun in it. It's fun enough for me. Good enough for you, it's good enough for me.